Hello and welcome once again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 25th of April and this time I'm bringing you something a little bit different regarding the whole Steam paid mod situation. Now obviously I weighed in on this in a video and an article just yesterday. I will link the article in the description below this video if you want to give it a read, and obviously the video was then uploaded yesterday, so just do a quick search or it should pretty much be there in your sub box. But regardless of all that, we've had a couple of comments from some developers and they both pretty much stand on opposite sides of the fence, so I thought it'd be interesting to actually take a look at opinions from developers themselves. Now the first one I want to address is Tripwire Interactive, who you probably know for Killing Floor and the upcoming Killing Floor 2. Now they have actually updated their EULA, stating that any mods that you create for the game must be free of charge, basically saying that they will not be allowing paid mods. Now this is how the clause reads, quote, "Your mods must be distributed for free, period. Neither you nor any person or party may sell them to anyone, commercially exploit them in any way, or charge anyone for receiving or using them without prior written consent from Tripwire Interactive. You may exchange them at no charge among other end users and distribute them to others over the internet on magazine cover discs or otherwise for free." So basically, you can share the mods, like you can say to your friend, "Hey, cool, check out this awesome mod that I found," or whatever. But you cannot say, as a modder or whatever, "Hey, pay me for my mod." If it's for Killing Floor 2, they're basically flat out, you will break the agreement if you do that. Now, Tripwire have said that they are found guilty of this. They will be revoking your key and, well, banning you from the game's servers. So, given that it's a multiplayer-based horde game, yeah. Now, to move on to the flip side, and this comes from the developer of Garry's mod, who is the one and only Garry Newman. Now, given that Garry's mod was originally a mod to Half-Life 2 sold for real money, it's not exactly surprising that he has weighed in on, hey, I'm actually for this side of things. However, he does come with a little bit of a caveat. So let's see what he had to say for himself. And he said, quote, "It's probably no big surprise that I'm all for it. I sold a mod once and everyone was angry that it was happening, until it happened and they got a much better product than they'd have gotten when it was released for free." Now, Garry's mod itself was introduced more than 10 years ago, which then of course became a standalone game with mods that appended to it, some of them also sold for money, and Garry Newman apparently was aware of it, and this is what he had to say, quote, "Doesn't it make sense that we bring that into Steam so those transactions can be trusted by both parties? Obviously it's going to be hard to convince those guys to move their mods to Steam and lose 75% of their profits, but we'll see what wiggle room we have on that." Now, as I insinuated a moment ago, he isn't entirely in Valve's corner. He is for the idea, but he does have a few caveats, as I said. He went through the pros and cons for the groups interested and basically said that, well, this current model benefits Valve and the developers or publishers more than the modders. And he said, quote, "That's the wrong way around in my opinion. The modders should be getting the majority share of the revenue in this." Now, as I discussed in both my article and my video that I uploaded yesterday, the mod developers get 25 cents for every $1 in sales. Basically, with Skyrim at least, 75% is not going to the modder. It's been split between Valve and Bethesda, meaning that, well, the modder gets 25% and it's probably only actually about 16% of the sale value. And cash payouts only begin after the $100 threshold is reached. And that's the main point of contention for a lot of people. Not the only point, and it's not certainly not my only issue with it, but here's what Garry had to say. Quote, "It's obvious that Valve and the game developer need to make money here too, enough to cover costs at least. But it's the modder's work that's making the money. I don't know whose choice that is though, but it feels like someone is being a greedy arsehole. This is something that will get better with time." So there you have it. Two opposing thoughts from two opposing developers. Now, as I said, I think it's perfectly reasonable that some mods that literally add hundreds of hours of content, new classes, races, whatever, into Skyrim, just for example, this could go to other games, obviously, if it's successful, which at the moment it kind of isn't with the backlash. Let's just say, it is, in, opposite land or whatever. It's more than reasonable that those mods, could possibly be paid for their work. That's not the issue here. It's that they get so little, and it doesn't really reward hard work exactly. It only rewards popular mods because, well, the revenue is so little in this case, they have to literally sell God knows how many mods to make any real cash. Now, it does vary on a developer by developer basis. So let's just say, for example, that, I don't know, Paradox, just to pull a developer out of my arse, decide that, hey, we want to do paid mods for cities skylines, but they give 60% of it to the modders and Valve, and Paradox split the remaining 40. That's not as bad, but you still get the problems that I pointed out in my article, so I'm still not completely sold on it, to be honest. I can kind of see where Gary's coming from, but to be honest, I'm sitting on the side of this is just too fraught with issues. I agree that some modders definitely deserve to be paid for their work. But I think maybe a donate button would be a better way to do that, and would literally reward people who, well, actually deserve it because of hundreds of hours of hard work, or just a really simple but really well polished mod, or whatever. I'm not just saying only big mods deserve payment. I'm just saying mods that actually took work are the ones that should be rewarded, not ones that are just like a sword skin or whatever, of charging 99 cents for or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.